What's going on? It's Tank here. I'm the T portion of the WTF Bomb Podcast. Hey, we didn't actually get together to record an episode this week with Labor Day and work schedules and all kinds of other things that went on this week. We just didn't have the time, and we were backed up, and we had a whole bunch of other things going on in life. So, hey, this is what's going to happen sometimes. This is not really necessarily our jobs. We just do this for fun, and we do this to help to entertain you. So, with that in mind, we still didn't want to leave you guys empty-handed, so what we got here are some outtakes and some things that didn't actually make a show that are still pretty darn funny. So hopefully you love this and you watch all of these. And hey, see this t-shirt I got here? You can find this t-shirt along with all of the WTF Bomb Podcast merch available right now at tpublic/user/Tinknotron. So you can find all of my shirts, and you can find all of the merchandise available for the WTF Bomb Podcast. Maybe like this t-shirt right here. Or maybe like this tank top right here. Or maybe this pillow. A pillow. Or maybe a coffee cup. Or all of the things that they have available on tpublic.com/user/Tinknotron. And you can check all of that merch out. And maybe you can buy a shirt or something after you watch these here outtakes that we have that we hope you enjoy. And we will be back next week with a full episode. Mark my word, or my name's not Tank. That sounded really stupid. I'm going to leave it in anyway. Screw it. We'll see you guys next week. Welcome to the WTF Bomb Podcast.
I'm Will.
I'm Tink.
I'm Frank.
And here we go. I'm pulling up the notes here. We f***ed this all up already.
Well, good timing.
All right, cool. Let's try it again. I need to put this
You need to drink more
down here.
or less. There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right, let's try that
That's
again.
like a 7 head I got on me.
7.
7.
You're all head, Frank.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Change. Let's not say let's do WTF.
Beep.
Yeah. I don't want to have to beep. So we're just going to do WTF.
Where's the beep?
It's on the first screen. Get off my pad.
Frank will get
Right
her
here.
own. We'll get our own pads.
Right. It's like, I do what the I do exactly what the want.
The fact that it actually cuts out the mics is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The other ones don't cut them out?
No.
The other sound effects don't
No,
cut
like if I'm talking like this, yeah.
You can talk right.
that
this
motherfucker right there. You beeped everything but motherfucker.
That motherfucker. You got to be on your game, you know.
Welcome to the WTF Bomb Podcast.
I'm Will.
I'm Tink.
I'm Frank.
This is the weekly podcast where the three of us highlight all of the things that we found that make us say WTF. All these moments always seem to blow up in your face, so we're the WTF Bomb.
You can find us on YouTube at WTF Bomb Pod and most of the popular places you can find podcasts.
Like where, Frank?
Like Facey Spaces, Instagram, Spotify,
And the old TikTok.
the
TikTok.
TikTok.
If you like what you're seeing in here, make sure you rate the show on all the podcast forms, all the audio podcasts. You can rate us on there, and you can like the video on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that fun stuff. And you can contact us at WTFBombPod@gmail.com and send in your questions, your comments, or if you have any segment ideas, send it into WTFBombPod@gmail.com. We have merch coming, we have a website coming, all that fun stuff. How you guys doing this week? You guys all right?
Yeah, that's one of those.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Another Manic Monday.
Manic Monday.
Yeah.
We record these episodes on Mondays, and so I think the first episode comes out August 26th.
Yep.
It is way before that right now.
Yep.
So
We had to get,
Well, don't you think? But you should have said that in the past tense. Really, I think the first episode came out on the 26th.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't fall on our faces.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We have to have a lot of time between the two of them to get them blessed by the censorship league and
Yes.
a couple of Vickers.
Yeah, because we the first episode, I'm not going to edit out all the F-bombs that we dropped. So
Nope, you're just gonna live with them.
yeah, that one just won't be monetized on YouTube. That's all.
Yeah,
So
we'll try and be a little better.
You can just send us money.
Yeah. We're gonna start a Patreon at some point. I think that's good.
For the
That's a good
spicy
idea.
content.
For all the spicy content and the stuff that we told Frank that he couldn't say.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big money maker.
WTF, Frank Unleashed.
Frank Unleashed.
Yep.
I mean, I think I could probably say some pretty offensive things too that we can't necessarily put on YouTube, but definitely not these guys. This one right here.
Challenge accepted.
All right, so we're gonna roll into the first segment. It is WTF Would You Do?
WTF would you do?
All right, so here today for the first, the starting kind of question thing that we do, we're gonna do a would you rather like we did last week. It's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
It's a
right.
doozy.
All right.
So, would you rather have your most embarrassing sexual experience shared on social media, or would you rather listen to an hour of the most graphic sexual talk from your mother?
Been reading my damn diary again.
He has not, but I did.
I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's play out these scenarios.
Okay.
And what's your most? We don't even have to say it, but like, just imagine having that most embarrassing sexual experience out on social media. Maybe you did some girl wrong because you had whiskey dick or something.
Or syrup dick, but we won't talk about that right now.
Body shots.
Body shots. So I mean, I'll put it out there. I think one of my most embarrassing sexual experiences was early in my sexual life, where I was excited. It didn't take very long.
That's it. That's every guy ever.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it. Like, I think I was probably like 19 years old, and this girl was smoking hot, and she lit all the cylinders, and I mean, I might have hung 30 seconds.
So, okay.
And to imagine that, I mean, when I was 19 years old, there was no social media, so thank fucking God for that. Oops.
Well, you got to beep that one.
Well, okay.
That trucking word.
Here's the thing. You going to mark that up as embarrassing or just inexperienced?
But it's still embarrassing. Either way, I wouldn't want anybody else to know about that. I mean, now I don't.
Well, now the world, but whatever.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care about it now. It's been. I hang many more minutes now than I used to.
Listen, be proud. I mean, bull riders just have to make it 8 seconds. You like tripled that, man. You're good for you.
Right. It rang the bell. Ding ding.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I don't honestly, guys. I don't have anything super embarrassing.
I don't either.
Even if I did, I would probably want I'll stand in front of the entire world and announce it, and listen to my mom.
I'm with you.
Graphically.
I got nothing. I got nothing embarrassing, and I've done that. I wasn't embarrassed about any of that either. No, but
my sweet mother, God love her, just beat cancer. I'm gonna put that out there. But yay for her. Fuck cancer. I'm not
Fuck
bleeping.
cancer.
I'm not bleeping that one.
I'm bleeping that one.
No, that's a business.
Yeah.
A nonprofit business. But anyway, my sweet mom, I would never want to hear her talk about the things that she's done with my stepdad. And they're pretty conservative. I would imagine. I hope. I mean, I hope they're not doing.
Let me tell you something. They got the freaky deaky going on. They got the sex swing.
Maybe in their younger years, but
yeah, no.
It was bad enough that I walked in on them one time.
Oh God, here we go.
That should have been your most embarrassing one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen, I wouldn't want to sit through my mom. I mean, I'd have to shut my dad down. You know how my dad could get with stuff. I mean, I think him and Frank would probably just go for hours.
Yeah.
So,
Let's do that.
but well, he's not around anymore. But
not with
you
us,
know.
yeah.
Well,
But and your mom is such a sweet little lady as well, Will, and yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that. She's not even my mom, and I wouldn't want to hear that.
I mean, I want how long did you say?
For an hour.
An hour. Like, I would rather divulge any embarrassing sexual things than hear one phrase. I would. My mom be like, this one time your dad was railing me. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go 1 minute.
So Frank, where are you leaning towards the exposed on social media?
Yeah, because I could monetize that.
Yeah.
And I'm all about the money.
Yeah.
I'm all about the Benjamin.
We could. I mean,
OnlyFans is a thing.
yeah, it is. I mean,
We could reenact it.
I don't think that I would. I don't even understand how that whole model works. OnlyFans, because there's so much free stuff out there.
There is a ass for every seat. There is a freak for every show.
I mean, you get so we're gonna derail for a minute, but we're gonna derail for a minute.
Because the wheels just came off the bus.
So I know guys end up getting this stuff where like you get these messages from these girls that are super, super hot.
Oh yeah.
And it's probably not even a girl.
Oh yeah.
They end up they try to point you to their OnlyFans site and stuff like that. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, you're very attractive.
I have seen many interviews with these OnlyFans girls on.
Do they treat them like strippers? So like, I mean, I remember whenever I was,
They monetize everything, but here's the funny thing: the dollar values for what you would assume are incorrect. It's like I saw this panel where they had three of the girls, and they're like, "Well, so this guy was wanting you to, show you this and do X and blah blah blah. How much would he pay you for that?" And they're like, $20.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, hang on.
Okay.
And you're making how much money?
So they basically are kind of treated like a strip joint. So where you get you get a private show, you get a live experience, and that's what they're selling on OnlyFans. Okay, I can understand that, but like the whole idea of paying for that is just doesn't. I mean, but there's even live experiences now on free webcam shows.
Topless strippers.
Yeah.
Topless house cleaners.
Oh well, there you go.
How about that one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
that's a thing.
I'm sure.
Wow.
$100. You come over and get everything in your house cleaned. Everything.
Well, I mean, I don't think I could sign up for that service.
Do you do windows?
I love you. I love you, Jen.
Yep.
Let's get back on track here. So my final is I would create a platform and release my most embarrassing moment, which, like I said, I don't even think would be embarrassing. I have to think really hard about that.
Yeah. I mean,
do you remember when there was a thing where you could secretly secret confessions?
yeah.
You remember that?
What was it?
Well, it was like you call in and say, hey, I robbed a bank when I was...
So like a radio show or something?
Yeah,
like that?
or like a website or something where you...
Oh, wow.
And you would record it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just wanted to get it off your chest. You need to tell somebody.
Yeah, completely anonymous,
Wow.
We could do this. We could do the same thing with this right here. This is $1 million moneymaker. You heard it here first, right here.
If you guys have any confessions that you want to expose...
No.
Not even expose. Just anonymously write in.
Anonymously send us your most embarrassing section.
And we'll put it in our mail segment.
And we'll bleep it.
But yes. All right, so we're going to move on to the next section, which is our internet finds.
Internet finds.
So here we go.
World Wide Web.
This is WTF is that?
Had to be true.
WTF is this?
All right. Well, we got another story here. We're going to preface it with this one, which is we're going to talk about Florida Man, and this is just something that came up on the reels.
Oh my God!
Today, this guy is Donut Operator.
Yep.
We're going to like his video for him. Well, we're going to go back here. Let's like this video for them too. Yep. Give them some likes. Whenever you're watching videos, if you're not liking and interacting with those channels, man, what are you even doing on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we go. What is this here?
Donut Operator.
Well, that got your attention now, didn't it? This is a true story that happened last week. The infamous Florida man is back at it again, but this time he's not stripping naked in a Chick-fil-A parking lot and punching people in the face for looking at his which is actually another true story. This time he's scarring children for life, as Florida man normally does. 36-year-old Chad Mason of Florida took his neighbor's golden doodle for a walk when suddenly he dropped his pants and f***ed it in front of a child and several other adults.
Oh, wow.
That's not right.
Wow.
Oh, that's
One of
not
the adults was
right.
like, hey man, what the f*** are you doing? Stop diddling that dog. So he ran off to a nearby church, destroyed the nativity scene inside of the church, caused $400 worth of property damage, and then fled the church. Florida man
baby
wasn't done
Jesus.
yet. He ran to a local neighborhood where he destroyed a mailbox and tried to steal a car. Police called up to him. He went to jail and was released on bond. So he's on the streets, Florida folk. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your dog. This Florida man's gonna f*** it. If you want more crime news, check out my YouTube channel, Donut Operator. It's mostly
Donut
people getting
Operator.
shot, but sometimes it's funny. Have a fantastic day.
Yeah. Definitely check that guy out.
Yeah, check that guy out.
San Antonio ex-cop.
I want to know. It's just, what did poor baby Jesus have to do with that?
And the mailbox. Doing the research in that, we discovered that not only was this a oddball crime, it was not the only guy who did
Yeah,
it.
there was. Yeah.
And there was a repeat offender who had been busted for it twice.
Florida man, what are you doing? So
Florida.
anyway, we found this story here. we're gonna read a little bit of it and then comment on it. Usually, right after committing a crime, burglars run away from police. But this week in Florida, an accused burglar ran right to one sitting at a stoplight before he allegedly brazenly asked for help.
Man, he really needed it.
Hit me.
So,
Hit me.
Tony Jennings of Pompey Beach, Florida, was arrested on April 29th of this year, according to a statement from the Coconut Creek Police Department. Arrest records are short on details about what unfolded in the alleged exchange.
They are.
Yeah, they're
Real short.
the officer exchanged with the officer, but police said that the 24-year-old man saw the parked squad car after fleeing the scene of his own crime and came running up to him wanting help.
Wow.
The officer quickly determined the man was running away from a resident after the resident found him trying to break into his home. It's a rare case when a suspected thief runs to instead of away from a police officer. And this is what I have to say. We don't go on to the rest of the story. The guy got into some more trouble. He's arrested off the streets, so that's good. But do you? This was something that I forget who told me this, but there's two people. One runs away from a cop. One runs to a cop. And it's depending on the drugs that they're doing. And cocaine runs away from a cop. Meth always runs to a cop. So you can tell.
That's messed up to judge people like that.
That's messed up, man.
The third person who runs
all
to the
messed
cop
up.
is the guy who FAFO with the homeowner. He found the new security system that was a little more lethal than he was willing to deal with. Help me!
Oh man. So
Help me!
these are. We have one more short story for you, and then we're gonna.
I think the context, let's let people know for that story, was that the homeowner was chasing the guy.
Yeah.
He tried breaking into a home, and the homeowner caught him and started chasing him. So he got scared, and of course he ran for help, which happened to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Don't let this guy kill me.
I lived down there on Walker and 240 area there a while back, and
Wild bunch.
oh yeah, I was sitting out on my porch the one evening. My son was over to visit, and next thing you know, I hear this big loud crash, and this guy just come running out on the sidewalk and then booking off out of the apartment complex, and he had just broken into that apartment.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
3 doors down, not the band, 3 doors down from me, and literally, was fleeing the scene. Me and my neighbor were standing outside and we saw it, and we ended up calling the cops. And it was, because the dude, he ran through a sliding glass door. And I don't know how fast you got to be going to run through a sliding glass door, but he kept in stride. But it was probably all cut up too, because that's not a no. Those windows.
It might have been tempered. It could have been tempered, but
you think
the thing is he did not even try to open it. Like, I mean, was it just really clean and somebody hit it with some Windex? Not a sponsor.
They should be. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling he just wanted to get out of there because he was probably busted. Because I imagine he thought nobody was in there, and then so he went in there, and then somebody was actually in there, and then he was like, "Oh fuck," and just booked it out of there.
Southside security.
Yeah, right.
Southside security.
So, anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm. We got one more story. We're going to wrap this segment up, and this one's a pretty short story, but it's super hilarious. It's on Reddit. Let me pull it up here on the screen.
Gotta love Reddit.
Yeah. So, classmate with anger issues and autism farts on teacher for being an asshole. In my high school days, there was a teacher who served as an aide for students with learning disabilities, special needs, and required assistance understanding their assignments. He was a male feminist liberal, and he carried a purse and often got butthurt by a lot of things. He was in his mid to late 30s with a bald spot and sometimes wore a fedora hat to cover it. The aide and a student he was working with got into an argument during class, the details of which I cannot recall. However, the teacher was being unjustly harsh towards him, who struggled with anger issues and autism. So the aide reached down into his purse to grab something, and the student stood up on his chair, bent over, and turned his head towards the aide. When the aide found what he needed, and he turned his face back to the student, he asked why he was standing on the chair. In response, the student grabbed the teacher's head and let out a loud fart that sounded like a duck firing a machine gun.
Prepare torpedo tube 1. Yep.
He let out a fart that lasted for 30 seconds. I think that's an exaggeration. If you want to try to fart for 30 seconds, no.
Challenge accepted.
The entire classroom, including the math teacher, erupted into laughter while the asshole aide hurriedly left the classroom crying really hard. After class, I saw him sobbing to the other teachers, stating that he had never felt so humiliated in his entire life. The teachers consoled him and offered to buy him Dairy Queen ice cream to lift his spirits, which they eventually did.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Who knew that ice cream could cure woes?
30 years old.
30 years old. Yeah, let's go to Dairy Queen.
I've never been so humiliated in my life. Well, wait till next hour.
Yeah.
The seniors are coming in.
I have a kid that was diagnosed with Asperger's. They don't call it Asperger's anymore. They just call it autism. And there was multiple times where, my kid ended up doing, stupid stuff like not like this. This has been pretty funny, but he would turn over desks and stuff like that. So yeah, I know the type of person this person. It sounds more to me like this aide needs to have a little bit thicker skin because he's going to be dealing with more kids like that.
Yep.
Especially if he starts treating them, harshly.
Well, and in any scenario where you're going to be an educator of special needs kids, you really need to
thicker skin, man.
Let down that man bun.
Special needs.
Let down that man bun.
Oh wait, no
you're
man
be an
bun.
educator of
Fedora.
any kids. You better put your life is hard. Put on a helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Work it out.
Yeah.
Definitely. Or the next thing you know, you're going to have a in your face,
right in your mouth.
Was that chili?
That was chili.
I can taste it. You know what really cleansed my palate? Some Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Maybe that's what he needed.
Chocolate dip.
He needed some Dairy Queen to get the fart taste out of his mouth.
To get the chocolate dip out of his mouth.
The chocolate dip. All right, so we're going to move on to the next portion of the show is WTF Dad. And we're going to be doing some dad jokes.
Oh, yeah.
WTF, Dad?
All right, so last week we tried something and it didn't the pacing was kind of off and it was really slow. So we're gonna try it this week a little bit differently.
So we decide on if you're the one telling the joke, you can laugh all you want, right?
Yeah, if you are telling the joke, you can laugh at your own punchline.
Heck yeah.
But they cannot laugh.
Yeah. Well, I started last time. Let's have somebody else start this time.
All right.
You guys rock off. Come on.
Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, throw. Ready? 1, 2. Tell me you don't know how to play rock, paper, scissors, Frank.
No, I just fucking shoot them.
1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw.
All right.
I gotta.
Winner.
Do you get to go first, or you
Yep.
want to?
No, I'll go first.
All right, cool.
How did Rihanna know that Chris Brown was cheating?
I don't know, Frank.
I don't know either.
Found another woman's lipstick on his knuckles.
You could probably see that coming in pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, that's not my lipstick.
You guys ready?
All right, Willie, give me your joke.
What do a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common?
A nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy.
Wet noses.
Wet nose.
You seen that one before, huh?
No.
No? You just...
Deduction. Sherlock Holmes. All right, back to Frank.
I can't tell the one I was going to tell. He's not going to let me tell it.
I'm not going to let you tell it. Want to bleep it out?
No, I can guarantee you're not
All
going
right, let me get my bleep. Hold on. Mm-hmm. You ready? Go ahead.
to. No, you got to let me tell part of it.
Bleep the whole joke.
I apparently lost. Frank wins. He gets the beer. And we're going to go on to the outro of the show. All right, you can find us on YouTube at WTF Bomb Pod. That might be where you're watching this video right now. And all of the most popular places that you can listen to podcasts like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You find us there. And what should they do when they find us?
If you like what you're seeing and hearing, please rate the show, like the YouTube video, and hit the subscribe button for any services. It always helps us with the podcast more than you guys know. Feed that algorithm.
That's right. And as always, you can contact us at WTFBombed@gmail.com. Send in questions, comments on the show. Send in any of your moments where you said WTF, and maybe, just maybe, we'll highlight you.
Yeah. The email address will be right here on the screen. I haven't put it there yet, but I will in post. It's WTFBombPod@gmail.com. We're going to have some merch coming soon. I will have all the updates. Make sure you follow us on our social media sites, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We're done here, guys. Bye.
See you, everybody.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Follow, like, subscribe, all that shit. See ya.